Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Triangle Strategy walkthrough. I was trying to think of what I needed to do next. Actually, I wanted to stop in here and buy some stuff. I did a bunch of... actually, wow, it feels like actually a lot less farming than I thought I did. But I did do some. Didn't look like there was any new accessories, but there's plenty of items available right now. Let's just see here. So you can see there's 99 HP recovery pellets in stock right now. I've been kind of just using a lot of these to level up level up my characters when like they can't do anything else in combat, so I'll just like use a HP recovery pellet. Some of this other stuff is really good though, like I don't know, like large ranged HP recovery pellets. I guess I have 7 of those. I'll pick up some more. I bought out all of the Panacea pellets. If you take a look at these here, so it says fully restore a single ally's HP, heals their status ailments, and restores their lowered stats to normal. I mean, that thing is amazing. So definitely gonna, definitely grabbed a couple of those, or I should say all of them. I literally bought every single one I could. And then there's some other stuff too, like cure-all pellets. So it looks like there's 99 of all of like the status recovery type, like specific status recovery pellets, and then I think the generally better items like the cure-all pellet. There's limited quantities right now, so. My plan is to buy more of those as we go, but I just wanted to kind of take a look at some of this other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that's available right now. I'm just gonna buy a couple of these too. I have like 20 of these. Jesus. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of stuff to buy. And I'll probably know. It's probably going to be that I'll never use. Certainly not all of them, but I'll probably never even use them at all. But hey, I would rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. I'm getting conviction increases, but that doesn't matter anymore. I've already, recruited everybody that's available right now, so don't really need that stuff. But as far as weapon upgrades here, I'm still really kicking myself that I didn't just get the recover HP when you defeat an enemy. I think that would have been a lot more useful than the grant 1 TP to all allies. And I mean, that's cool. That is really cool, but I don't know. Serenoa I've rarely used that. Like definitely under 5 times. So yeah, not so happy that I went with that. But what are you gonna do? Let's see here. I don't think I really care about these. Frederica's stuff don't really need. Gila. I'm really tempted to get this increased range of command abilities. I'm gonna think about that, and we'll just see kind of what all I can buy here. That's kind of tempting too. Assault to injury. Rudolph doesn't have anything. Most of these other characters. Iron and quality iron. That's tempting too. Yeah, let's buy this. Normal attack range on the old timer. I think I'm gonna go with that. A little bit more bow range is the bomb. Oh, and then did I just use up too many items for other characters? I think I did. Who else was I talking about? No, it wasn't Anna. Whose upgrade was I considering? Oh, it was Gila's. Oh, I don't have enough money. That's why. Okay, I'm actually gonna do one more mental mock battle here really quickly. I really want to I want to be able to buy that. I'm actually gonna kind of just show you one of these end game mental mock battles. So you know, and basically my understanding is that we're done with all of our conviction choices, and so kind of like the easy conviction points are done with, right? And so my idea here, and what I found worked out really well, was to just farm right now. And so, you know, basically I went with I got Giovanna just via enough conviction choices throughout the game. And I mean, I'm sure I picked up Liberty conviction points in other places as well, but you know, at the end there I finished it off with the conversations. And I just think that Liberty, like, when I looked at it again, it looked like Liberty was going to be the hardest to actually farm out via, like, battles. And so, you know, I came into this battle here just over and over and over. And I kind of set up like this where I brought in Travis with the intent to steal. And I mean, sometimes you know, that actually works out, but also I was, you know, collecting bags with Lionel. Definitely want to use, you know, QP here. That's another way to, you know, get more. I always forget which, you know, which actions increase which points.
Maybe next time.
So yeah, so I just farmed here quite a bit. Utility seems really easy to get. It seems like utility is the easiest of all of these to actually get. But again, I just generally try to use QP and use all of it every time in combat here. Stealing, I believe, actually is Liberty, which, you know, doesn't really matter, but also selling, I think selling the items. So like, it was honestly, it kind of surprised me a little bit, but I did this so many times that I ended up like capping out on stone a while ago. And so you know, every time you do one of these battles and you'll get more stone, the game automatically sells that stuff to the shop, and that'll just get you, you know, even more utility points. So you know, honestly, I think that, again, this is and I love this battle. It's crazy fast. It's really easy. You know, you don't have to worry about dying. So you can steal stuff. Yeah, what I get there, like D something spice, dewarding spice or something like that. So it's a, you know, a good way also to just kind of generate you know, buff type items, that sort of thing, by using Travis. Now, you know, that may not be an option for you if you recruited somebody else. But you know, again, I did actually go with Travis this playthrough, and I'm pretty happy about that. I generally like characters that can steal. There's a warding spice. It seems to me that the success rates on steal, I think are level based. That's my guess anyway, because I've been very successful with stealing. So. Or at least here, anyway, in this battle. So I don't know. That's my thought. I don't know. Maybe there's something else, but it really does seem like it's like a level-based type of deal. I was doing that level, like the level 25. What was that battle? The level 25. Well, it's the level 25 mental mock battle. And you know, I don't remember what level. Actually, no, I think it's a little bit higher, isn't it? Or is it 20? No, it is 25. It's 25. And it just seemed like I wasn't really able to steal that often.
Hope you're ready.
So, you know, I guess just keep that in mind. All right, let's mug this guy.
You cannot impede progress.
Where shall we strike?
And actually, it doesn't matter because this is the last guy. That'd be better. Okay, alright, so that's the victory. That should give us enough cash to upgrade Yeah, 2,800. That'll give me 2. Well, I can afford 2 upgrades. Depending why. Yeah, I suppose also it depends on what rank they are. Alright, so let's do this. Alright. Anna's, I could upgrade her defense, which is probably a good idea. Hewitt's is the damage. I mean, crit rate against enemies with 50% or less HP. That's actually really, really good too. Rudolph, I don't care about his HP, really. Narv, I don't use. Dawn Spear. Increased damage dealt by critical hits. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty solid too. A lot of this stuff takes so many of these materials, though, now that TP cost of aerial assault, immunity to knock back, weapon potency. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really use Flanagan that much. Let's Travis have here. Backward toss or increased damage dealt by Mug. That's actually pretty solid. But I think I'd rather upgrade somebody else. Decimal is nuts, by the way. He's been a lot of fun. So the last mental mock battle is the one in the canyon, and I absolutely hate it. And I noticed that Decimal is pretty good there in that level. You know, he's able to, he or she, I guess, I don't know, whatever this thing, it is able to, it's able to deal a lot of damage from really, really safe spots. And it's really good for dealing with the mages. Again, because its range is so amazing. And so, I've struggled on that level, and I don't know, the last time I did it with, and I brought Decimal in, it seemed really easy. So it took a level I feel like that was, really difficult and made it significantly easier. Probably one of the other things that would have done it as well is actually having these range increases on the archers. That makes me think, does Rudolph even get a range increase? I don't think he does he? No, he doesn't. That's sad. Mean. He's like my favorite archer too, and he doesn't get the range increase. Although, I don't know, Huet is amazing as well. Yeah, not to say that she isn't good, certainly, because she is. Alright, so, I need to just decide here what I'm going to do for this upgrade, and then get on with it. Let's go with Anna's defense boost. That's probably going to eat up... Oh, I can do both. Okay, well... Yeah, let's do this, too. These two are just so solid that it seems like that's a good plan. Ooh, superior item. Well, I could buy... Jump to a selected center, deal physical damage to all in. This would have been really good, too. That's really tempting. Oh, what is this? Huh. Well, oh, here's Gila. Yeah. Yep, I'm going with this one. Increase the range of command abilities by 1. So that should make it so that she can heal from farther away. Man, that's really good. Alright, I think the Dawn Spear is going to get our next superior item, or iron here. Yeah, let's do this. She does not have enough TP to use this ability right now. Oh, learn it anyway. No. Okay, well, never mind. Okay, we'll just hang on to that stuff then. Yeah, there is no reason to buy that if it doesn't have enough, or if he's not promoted, right? So, all right, let's save here, and then let's finally move on. 10 minutes in, and I thought that I was gonna get going, but that's how it always goes, it feels like. All right, so here's the Wolfart Streets. Serenoa bids farewell to a friend and makes for his mother's grave to reflect upon the recent decision.
wish I had never learned of my true lineage. I was happy being Serenoa Wolfort, son of Lord Simone and Lady Destra.
No matter whose blood runs through your veins, you are still yourself.
Thank you, Frederica. But now Roland is gone. Someone's coming.
It looks like Benedict.
I am in no mood to speak with him. Let us conceal ourselves.
Lord Simone, Lady Destra, today I revealed the truth of Lord Serenoa's birth and drove Prince Roland from the city. Lord Serenoa will be crowned the king of all Glenbrook, but this is merely the first step of many. We will use the salt crystals to ally ourselves with Esfrost and defeat Hyzand. I will see to it that Lord Serenoa becomes the undisputed ruler of all Norzelia. He has the strength and character worthy of sitting atop this realm, and I shall carve that path to the summit for him. He did not wish for the position, nor this power. But no matter how much he resents me, I will ensure his success. He shares your blood, Lady Destra, and as such, I refuse to see him at the mercy of others again.
Why would you go so far?
Lord Simone, you were a lord worthy of my life's devotion. You were an equal to King Regna in every way. You could have sat upon the throne, and yet you resigned yourself to life as a vassal and took in Lady Destra at your liege's request. You two treated Lady Destra and Lord Serenoa as if they were no more than pawns to be traded about. Back then, I could not forgive you or King Regna. Lady Destra, even now, I find it hard to forgive myself for being unable to save you. Which is why I will make Lord Serenoa a greater ruler than his father or King Regna could ever be. This is my revenge against myself for being so powerless then. I will not repent. I will devote my life to atoning for my incompetence.
Benedict cared very deeply for Lady Destra.
No amount of regret will change the past. We have no way to go but forward.
My lord, how do the nobles take the news?
They were surprised to hear of Roland's disappearance, as well as of my lineage and intention to ascend the throne. But there was not nearly as much contempt or disorder as I had anticipated.
I also explained that it was King Roland's own decision to abdicate, once he learned the truth.
I think it may have been the royal signet that kept them so composed. They took it as proof that King Regna deemed Serenoa a worthy successor.
Even if they had objections in their heart, they could not act upon them. There is not a soul in Glenbrook who can deny the might and exploits of House Wolford. Princess Cordelia would have been their sole chance to challenge his ascension, but she is already within our hands.
Be that as it may, the people must see it as such. I will not be able to get their support should they think I usurped the throne.
Precisely.
In any case, It's hard to believe our young lord's truly the King of Glenbrook.
I never coveted this throne. But we have chosen to ally ourselves with Esfrost and have driven Roland away. I shan't run from my responsibilities any longer. I will take up the mantle of king to serve both Glenbrook and House Wolffort.
A fine resolve, Your Majesty. We stand with you now, as we always have.
Thank you. Benedict, prepare for my ascension and our negotiations with Esfrost.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will also continue working on our plans for Hyzant.
We cannot afford to lose this battle. Do what you must.
As you command.
Several days later, Serenoa announces that he is the son of the late King Regna, and that Roland, having learned the truth, has abdicated the throne. All suspect that there is more behind the announcement, but House Wolffort has the support of many in the capital city, and so they accept his words. Thus, Serenoa Wolffort takes the throne as the new King of Glenbrook. The joining of House Wolffort and the Kingdom of Glenbrook is yet another twist in the ever-turning narrative of Norzelia. One which Hyzant and Esfrost look on with ever-wary eyes.
Okay, let's see here. I don't think there's any. Oh, yeah, okay, there's more than one main story. Alright, let's do this one first. Serenoa is crowned the new king of Glenbrook. It is not long before the Saintly Seven hear the news.
I see everyone is here. What might this sudden meeting be about?
Minister Tenebris, you kept us waiting.
Ah, my apologies.
You were all summoned here to discuss the recent political changes in Glenbrook.
King Roland has conceded the throne to Minister Serenoa. Apparently the two are half-brothers.
What? So, this was not a hearing of my crimes.
Do you know something about this, Minister Tenebris?
No. What will become of Glenbrook?
There are rumors that King Roland has absconded, but the people seem oddly composed about the change of power.
Is this not a joyous occasion? With Minister Serenoa on the throne, Glenbrook becomes a vassal nation of Hyzant.
Not quite. We had intended to use Minister Serenoa to pressure King Roland into giving him control over the Grand Norzelian mines. But now he has both the Salt Crystal Veins and the entire Kingdom of Glenbrook in his hands. Our window of opportunity has closed.
Precisely. Any attempt to likewise pressure Minister Serenoa may result in us losing more than we bargained for.
He did not strike me as the sort of man to bite the hand that feeds.
He usurped the throne from his own master. We cannot afford to let our guards down.
Indeed.
Hear the Holy One's words. We must be wary of House Wolffort. We will summon Minister Exham and his forces back to the city to protect our people.
Understood. I will dispatch a bird to him at once.
I will have our spies in Glenbrook discern Wolffort's true intentions.
We must get our hands on those salt crystals. If House Wolffort dares disobey the goddess, they must be exterminated at once.
This is my chance. If I can bring glory to Hyzant and restore my name, soon I will be.
Okay, so here is the next main storyline quest, and it says here, Serenoa is crowned the new king of Glenbrook. It is not long before the Archduke himself hears the news.
I did not foresee Serenoa becoming king of Glenbrook. What became of the abdicated King Roland?
Official reports say he left the capital to live a life of seclusion. But rumor has it that he absconded after losing a duel to Lord Serenoa.
Roland concealed his identity and fought hard to reclaim his kingdom. He would not so easily relinquish the throne. The rumors are likely closer to the truth than the reports.
So House Wolford usurped the throne.
I did not take Serenoa for a man who had cast off the shackles of servitude by force. How fascinating it would be if the caged hawk broke free to soar the skies.
Without Prince Roland around, there is hope yet of restoring our relations with Glenbrook. Perhaps we could ask Lady Frederica to help us negotiate.
Glenbrook holds the Salt Crystal veins in their hands. No amount of negotiations would end in our favor. A bird that has flown the coop must be shot down. Whether they perish or return to a cage is up to them.
King Serenoa invites Archduke Gustadolf to Glenbrook in hopes of securing an alliance with the duchy. Gustadolf accepts the secret invitation and makes his way to Whiteholm Castle. However, the salt crystal deposits uncovered in the Grand Norzelian mines are currently in the hands of Serenoa. A meeting between the two great rulers comes with equally great risk.
What is the meaning of this, Lord Benedict?
It is as I said. The Kingdom of Glenbrook will cease all business with the Norzelia Consortium. The related parties should leave Glenbrook immediately, and any assets remaining shall be seized by the Kingdom.
This is madness. Not only will you cut your ties with Hyzant, but the Consortium as well? How do you intend to get your salt now?
You needn't worry about that.
So it's true. Glenbrook has mined salt crystals from deep beneath the earth.
It is no business of the Consortium's.
You dare slight us after all we've done for Norzelia? The post-war accord said that someone must ensure the fair distribution of salt, and so we did.
And we appreciate all your efforts. However, King Serenoa has no need for the Consortium in Glenbrook.
The nerve of you people. Hyzant will never forgive such insolence.
Save your tears for the long road back home. The Consortium was only ever good for lining its own pockets. Which is far from fair, as I see it.
I see now. House Wolford wishes to see the Consortium eliminated in its entirety. In that case, I will return to Hyzant as you said and report this outrage.
Was it right to provoke him? Claris may use his underground connections to stop us.
That was my intention. He will now bring disorder to Hyzant's unity. More importantly, the new Norzelia truly has no need for the Consortium and its control over salt's distribution.
The new Norzelia.
The world King Serenoa would rule. I have formulated a plan to bring about that new age. But first, our negotiations with Gustadolf must succeed.
Sir, Archduke Gustadolf's ship will be arriving any minute now.
Thank you. The outcome of our negotiations hinges on King Serenoa's decision. I must speak with him, alone. The Archduke will be here shortly.
Thank you. Our future rests on these negotiations, doesn't it?
Have you read The Power of Salt?
I have. Lord Dragan gave it to us before he died. It contains all he gleaned in his research on salt. I thought it might give us a clue as to how we can convince Archduke Gustadolf to aid us. I understand now just how much potential salt possesses.
Indeed, it is not merely a seasoning for food. We have control over the salt crystal veins. We can use this to our advantage during negotiations.
But this is Gustadolf we're dealing with. Pressure and intimidation will only cause him to bare his fangs. Negotiate poorly, and we will end up swallowed by the duchy in the name of Gustadolf's freedom. What do you think we should do, Benedict?
Before I answer, I would know one thing. Is it your desire to monopolize the salt crystals, Your Majesty?
Huh, okay, interesting. I don't know. I'm wondering what this, if this choice has any relevance here. Okay, apparently it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say it's not, as a person who understands how horrible monopolization is.
I have no desire to do so. That would make us no different than Hyzant. And seeing as Gustadolf sought to break the Holy State's monopoly, I doubt he would ally with us.
But we will merely be used as pawns, should we give him the salt crystals.
I have no intention of doing that either. Lord Dragan's answers shall guide us. I will use the salt to bring about a free and prosperous Norzelia, greater even than Gustadolf could. If I can prove that to him, I am certain he would join our cause.
Precisely. You prove time and again you are worthy to stand atop the summit of Norzelia. I have a befitting strategy in mind. Lord Serenoa, would you allow me to negotiate with the Archduke?
Very well. We must have him on our side.
And we shall.
Most intriguing. You once refused to bend the knee to me at this very spot, and now seek an alliance as King of Glenbrook.
I could not have foreseen this moment either back then. Nor that you would have your own cousin slain after discovering the salt crystal veins.
I hope you aren't expecting an apology. Have we not usurped the same throne?
I have not asked you here to discuss the past, but the future. I am certain you understand that taking on Hyzant alone is a fool's errand. We must unite if we are to stand a chance.
And you expect me to believe that one of the Saintly Seven wishes to defeat the Holy State itself?
We must prevent Hyzant from gaining complete control over Salt and consequently Norzelia. I even parted from a dear friend over it.
I see. I have no objections to overthrowing Hyzant.
Then let us begin the negotiations.
Silence. I am here to speak with King Serenoa, not his servant.
I have given Benedict full rights to be here. Consider his words my own.
So the bird did not break free after all. His vassal opened the cage door. Very well then. But allow me to make this clear. If you wish for an alliance, you will give me the Salt Crystal Veins. They belong to Esfrost for having discovered them in the first place.
We cannot do that.
Then we have nothing to discuss.
Pray answer me this, Archduke. What do you intend to do with the salt?
People need salt to live. But here in Norzelia, it is owned entirely by Hyzant and the Consortium. Their high taxes make it nearly impossible for some to obtain. Once I defeat Hyzant, I will abolish both that abhorrent Consortium and its taxes, and allow free trade throughout the land. I would ensure that any who desire salt receive their fair share of it.
That would make you the only one with control over salt. It is no different than Hyzant now.
I do not covet riches like they do. Under my rule, the people would have salt. They would finally have freedom. This is the only future before us.
I beg to differ. We intend to make salt available to all. Anyone will be able to obtain as much as they like for a modest price.
You would put control of salt in the hands of the people? To what end?
To change the world with the potential residing within every grain of salt. For example, preserving foods with salt would make life and trade more prosperous than ever before. Using salt in leather and glass crafting could create newer and better goods. Farmers could give it to their livestock, and it could also be used in various medicines. It can even be used in explosives.
How do you know about that?
These are but a handful of examples. If we give the people access to salt, there is no telling how many other uses they may find. Norzelia will enter a golden age of prosperity, and her people will thrive like never before.
I did not take you for an idealist. I think we both know that the people lack the intelligence for innovation.
They just haven't been afforded the chance, but with the proper mechanisms in place, they can be taught. I have already started work on a plan to make salt available over the course of several years.
Do not underestimate the people's greed. It won't be long before they turn on their rulers, intoxicated by the power of salt.
The very nation you sought to defeat feared the same, and sought to control them with their goddess's might.
Archduke Gustadolf, I do not fear a free people. I wish to lead them, but will fight if I must. That is why I took this throne. I believe anyone who wishes to rule the new Norzelia should be prepared to do the same.
Tell me this. How did you know salt possesses such potential?
And I would ask you in return, were you unaware of it yourself? It was all written in a book Lord Dragan gave us.
It is the result of his extensive research at the Esfrosti archives.
Dragan. You mean to say it was the knowledge of one of my own? Had I made him Prime Minister, our positions would be reversed. So this is my punishment for seeing him killed. Very well. Consider me interested in the future House Wolffort sees for this world. As the Archduke of Esfrost, I hereby swear my allegiance to your cause.
You have our thanks, Archduke Gustadolf.
It is only a matter of time until Hyzant realizes what we are planning. Let us proceed to the War Council.
Lead the way. Glenbrook and Esfrost have entered into an alliance. You and I are enemies no longer.
I am glad to hear it. Thank you for joining our cause.
Together, we will strike down Hyzant, for the Roselle as well. I am sure your mother would have been happy to hear it.
Indeed.
Frederica, do you resent me for attacking House Wolfort?
I have come to an understanding of what you hoped to accomplish. Your duties as Archduke outweigh your personal desires.
Precisely. I have no regrets for what I've done.
Neither do I regret standing against you, or slaying Erica and Thalis. Not because I harbor personal grudges against any of you, but because my eyes must look not to the past, but to the future.
King Serenoa said the same earlier.
It should come as no surprise, Archduke Gustadolf. He and I walk the same path, hand in hand.
You've grown strong, Frederica.
The Kingdom of Glenbrook and the Duchy of Esfrost enter an alliance. Their combined forces led by Serenoa. Together, they set out to strike down the holy state of Hyzant. Sensing their movements, the Desert Nation summons Exham soldiers home from their march on the Grand Norzellian mines to prepare for the arrival of the Allied forces. Though the walls around the holy state have kept it safe for many years, it is now up to Benedict to discern how best to penetrate the goddess's shield.
Okay, though the battle has yet to begin, Benedict has already made the first move against Hyzant. Before I do anything else, though, I do want to head into the encampment just to check if there's anything new. I doubt it, but I always like to check. Yeah, nothing new there. Oh, Field of Greed. Wow, that's a lot of cash for this. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? I'm out of time. Alright, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.